Ladies and gentlemen, in the ring at this time, please welcome superstar grime recording artist Stormzy as he brings to the ring
from home from him, and he looked very relaxed. Yes, he's walked this way before a few times, Fletch.
London, are you ready for me? Olympic gold. 13 wins. 13 devastating knockouts.
From Watford, England, the undefeated AJ Anthony Joshua!
On Netflix, to those of you joining us right here in Texas, are you ready to make history? Let's meet the fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, silver and chrome trunks. He stands 6 feet 1 inch tall. He weighed in at 227.2 pounds. He holds a near perfect professional record of 10 victories, 1 defeat, with 7 of those wins coming by way of knockout. And he fights out of Dorado, Puerto Rico, by way of Cleveland, Ohio, USA. He is the multi-talented superstar who bridged the gap between social media and professional boxing. Boxer, a content creator, an entrepreneur, a philanthropist, and a promoter, and the self-proclaimed of boxing. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the problem child, Jake El Gallo Paul.
Fight clean, touch him up.
Here we go, live.
A close fight, so you don't want
For AJ not having all his own.
I think both guys actually take it on.
Watching too.
Body back forwards. There's the left hand.
Got it fairly wide up, Newcastle. I know Tony Bellew has too. I've seen Anthony Joshua so fast. Left, right comes
Do it, his age.
Yeah.
He's been pretty busy, look at him.
That's half.
Anthony Joshua. For Joshua.
Answers with the right hand.
Oh, good uppercut.
There.
Joshua misses with the right hand. Anthony Joshua, as we all know, never been down, amateur or pro. But there's some more.
It's those a lazy jab. That's what you want.
Nose of Silva.
Very loose. I play a part in this.
And this jab right there that really knocked Jake back.
There we see that. Only one big shot.
2 points.
Matching with the right hand.
Oh!
Another jolting right hand set.
I've been that guy. While you was at home doing this, I was in the club making moves.
Jake Paul, if this is not going to be, curated into a little dance around exhibition, could find himself in a way of getting seriously hurt here, like Francis Ngannou did. Francis Ngannou was an MMA fighter that got blasted out by Anthony Joshua.
Anthony Joshua finally addressed the surge of buzz after Jake Paul's new training footage exploded across social media, where every slow-motion punch and power sequence was analyzed by high-value audiences. Joshua, a former unified heavyweight champion, isn't easily convinced, yet he clearly noticed Paul's sharper timing, improved discipline, and upgraded mechanics. His response delivered both acknowledgement and authority, recognizing Paul's progress while signaling that championship experience, strategic IQ, and elite conditioning still dominate. Joshua's statement amplified the viral momentum, building a premium narrative designed for engagement, monetization, and influence across global platforms.
And Anthony Joshua should not get in the way of Fury and Joshua, really, in my view. It's an absolute joke. It shouldn't be sanctioned. I really don't believe it should be sanctioned. I have a sneaking suspicion that it would be a very big fight. But the biggest thing is us rubbernecking to actually see if they do get to the point where they step in the ring together. Because Jake Paul's an area level fighter, a British area level fighter, and Anthony Joshua is still a killer and a live heavyweight. That should not be sanctioned anywhere in the world, in my view.
It's dangerous, mate.
Very dangerous.
It brings the sport into disrepute. The people that are talking about organising that, they should have a real hard look at themselves.
But even Eddie Hearn's kind of teasing he doesn't like it, but you can see the glimpse of dollars.
There's no price. There is no price.
There shouldn't be.
There's absolutely no price
Agree
on
with
the
you.
planet in order to make.
Back when Jake Paul was still learning the fundamentals of professional boxing, Anthony Joshua offered a surprisingly respectful endorsement. In a 2025 interview, Joshua stated Paul was good for boxing, acknowledging his impact on audience growth and digital engagement despite skepticism about his longevity. Now the scenario has shifted and the stakes have skyrocketed. Paul enters with a 12-1 record and 7 knockouts, making this the highest risk, highest reward moment of his career. Joshua, the former unified heavyweight champion, steps in with a 28-4 resume, creating a high-value, revenue-driving matchup built for global streaming and premium fight coverage and historic appeal worldwide.
Fight Anthony Joshua now. How do you think that's going to go?
Man, Anthony Joshua, I don't know why I think Anthony Joshua would knock him out. No disrespect to Jake Paul, I think Anthony Joshua would knock him out. I'm staying like within like 2-3 rounds.
Yeah.
You saw what Anthony Joshua did to Francis Ngannou?
Yeah.
Come on, I ain't never seen Francis get knocked out.
Yeah, that was huge too.
Yeah,
I mean, they're both huge.
Yeah, he's huge. But you gotta hear the story. You gotta get Francis Ngannou in here and hear this story though.
I'd love to.
Bro, he was set up though, for real. I
On
believe
that
him.
fight?
Yeah, I believe him. Cause here's what they do, like what sometimes what people don't understand. Like in boxing too, I don't know a whole lot about boxing. You know, when you fight for promotion, they promote that fighter. So he's fighting in Saudi Arabia. So they was probably fighting at 3 a.m. and they had him in the locker room since like 12.
During their high-impact first face-off on November 21st, Anthony Joshua delivered a clear, monetizable message. This isn't hype. It's a premium, high-value sporting event built on professionalism, scale, and global market appeal. He vowed laser-focused intensity and no mercy. Meanwhile, at the December 19th fight presser, Jake Paul discussed his expected weight, noting he had recently been cutting for another bout, which makes this heavyweight jump a challenging transition. He projected he would come in around 215 to 225 pounds, setting the stage for a high-stakes, revenue-driving, pay-per-view showdown designed to dominate digital platforms and sports media.
Team, nothing negative. He's here to do his job. I could sit up here, as I said, and try and address all the things that Jake doesn't do good, but I'm fighting Jake that's going to do everything good on December 19th. So let me focus on that. He's a good person, does his thing, great team around him, puts in the work, and that's why he's sitting here now. Anyone out there in the world that works harder than the next person deserves to be a front runner, and he's a front runner in the boxing game right now.
Respect. Jake, can I ask, it feels to me from afar, you're in a bit of a lose-lose here, because it seems like a lot of people want to see you get obliterated, right? A lot of people want to see you get your comeuppance. And if you do pull off the upset, or if this fight goes the distance, again, the whispers will start to come. People will discredit you. People will say, this, that, and the other about the fight. How do you balance that, and how do you deal with that?
Man, I've already won at every single thing in life. I'm playing on house money. I've accomplished all my dreams, said everything I was going to do, from becoming, the first influencer to become an actor on Disney, to becoming the biggest YouTuber in the world, to rising to the top of boxing and having the largest viewed fight in the history of the sport. I've accomplished everything, so this is a win-win and another challenge for myself. I've never been knocked down or knocked out even in sparring, but I'm in a sport where that happens, and I know this is dangerous, but this is no different than a soccer player, losing in the World Cup on the biggest stage. If that's how it goes, if I take one of those punches that Francis Ngannou took and I'm on the canvas, let's see how tough I am. Let's see if I can get back up. But I'm ready for that. I'm prepared for that mentally, and I know that he has to deal with me as well. This is not as one-sided fight as people think, and I have power. I have the ability to put people to sleep, and so that's why I took this challenge. And I know it's crazy and all of that, but I'm excited. I'm genuinely excited. My team's excited, and everyone believes in me, and that's all that matters.
How much do you expect to weigh on fight night?
Man, I was cutting down for Gervonta, so it's been a little tough getting back up in some strength for this, but anywhere 215 to 225, we'll see.
Okay, and I want to clear something up with you, AJ. I saw in the press release that it said that on weigh-in day, you can't weigh above 245, but post weigh-ins, you can weigh whatever you want. There's no rehydration clause or anything like that. Is that accurate?
Whatever it says, yeah, I think that's the case. But my focus, 111 kilograms is what I got to weigh in at, right? I do kilograms, not
Yeah,
pounds.
I don't know. You stumped me on that one. What is 111? Should I look it up?
Jake Paul insists this showdown is his ultimate opportunity to silence every critic who claims he only targets undersized or declining opponents. By stepping in with Anthony Joshua, a global heavyweight icon and former unified champion, Paul says he's proving he belongs on a premium elite stage. He claims that once he beats Joshua, every doubt collapses and his value skyrockets. Their clash is a fully sanctioned heavyweight event under the Marquis of Queensberry rules. 8 rounds, 3 minutes each, with both fighters using 10-ounce gloves. Joshua cannot exceed 245 pounds, ensuring a regulated and competitive bout. A winter defeat impacts their official professional records, elevating the stakes, the legacy, and the global streaming demand for this high-revenue fight.
Fight a real boxer. They said, fight someone your size. They said, fight a world champion. We looked at a long list of supposed fighters for me to fight. The world. Make no mistake, this is the biggest fight of my career. I'm walking into the lion's den. I'm doing something that no one else has ever done before. I, Jake Joseph Paul, will knock out, defeat, and embarrass Anthony Joshua Friday, December 19th, live on Netflix. My voice cracked, I'm still going through puberty. The biggest fight of 2025, USA versus UK. He's got the belts, the size, the history, but I have the balls. Be careful what you wish for. Jake versus Joshua, Judgment Day. He has a 90% knockout ratio, but I have a 100% chance.
Teddy Atlas offers a financially savvy and analytically charged perspective on the Jake Paul versus Anthony Joshua showdown. He admits the matchup may push Paul beyond his competitive ceiling due to the massive gap in skill, pedigree, and elite-level experience. Yet Atlas won't dismiss the bout, noting Joshua's recent knockout setback and extended inactivity, factors that create volatility and potential vulnerability. Even while recognizing Joshua's superior power and technical efficiency, Atlas says he's invested in discovering which version of AJ emerges, making this fight a high-risk, high-reward event built for massive digital engagement.
Having said all of that, this might be a step too far. Now, when I say it, I'm also, I try to be responsible. I've been in this game 50 years, so I know where not to step, where you could twist an ankle, or worse, you could break a leg or fall down. When I say that with the understanding, too, that Joshua's coming off being knocked out. Joshua hasn't fought for a year, right? But it's about a year. And there's some ghost in his attic. There are. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if he's gotten rid of some of them, but I know that in the position of a fighter coming where he's coming from, there are ghosts in your attic. I don't know if those ghosts are still taking up space. I don't know if maybe there could be no better exorcism for those ghosts than fighting a Jake Paul. That might be just the exorcism you need to clear out the attic. I don't know. That's the problem. We don't know. That's the mystery part of this. That's what makes it so, it makes it two things at once. Intriguing and some...
Ryan Garcia breaks down the high-stakes financial and career impact Jake Paul could face if he loses, stressing that Anthony Joshua's power is a real, revenue-shifting threat. He explains that a defeat wouldn't just hurt Paul physically, it could disrupt his digital brand value, long-term earning potential, and overall market trajectory. Garcia notes that Joshua's elite power, precision, and experience create a high-risk environment Paul must navigate with maximum preparation and strategic awareness. Adding to the pressure, Joshua has only fought twice in 2 years, coming off a split decision loss to Alexander Usyk in 2022, making this matchup even more unpredictable.
Jake Paul, Anthony Joshua.
Anthony Joshua?
By far?
Yeah. Too easy.
Why did he take that fight?
I think he didn't have no opponents and he wanted to make Netflix happy, and I think he made a misstep. I think he was handling his career perfectly.
Yeah.
I think he would have beat Gervonta.
I think he would have beat Gervonta too.
But I think this is a big misstep. I think he let his ego get in from him and let
Ryan Garcia warns that Jake Paul's showdown with Anthony Joshua is a high-stakes, potentially life-altering risk. He explains that this isn't just entertainment. It's a dangerous financial and physical gamble. Analysts like Ariel Helwani stress Joshua's destructive power could cause severe damage, highlighting real knockout consequences and long-term impact.
Last 7 fights has been beaten 3 times. The 4 fighters that he beat didn't come to win. So he's not in his prime, is he? He's literally at the end of his career, pretty much finished. And this is why taking this fight with you is telling you all you need to know. It's a cash out. He might as well just cream as much money as he can at the end of his career, fighting an absolute joke shop in clown world. When I beat Anthony Joshua, he says, every doubt disappears. Come on. I mean, if this is a straight up AJ versus Jake Paul, then we all know what should happen. This is a 1-round job because AJ, even though he's past his best, even though he's seen better days, he throws a nice 1-2 down the middle. He's got a nice bit of distance. And fake Paul can't fight. He just can't. I don't care what anybody tells me. He can't fucking fight. He lost to Tommy Fury for crying out loud. He can't jump in with Anthony Joshua now and expect to get a result. So, nothing's going to no doubt's going to disappear. All that's going to
Rising heavyweight Moses Italma urged Paul to prioritize his long-term health over quick revenue, stressing that one mistimed power shot could cause lasting neurological damage. Former champion Amir Khan added that Joshua's explosive power could inflict severe, career-altering harm today.
Joshua sparked him out in like 2 rounds. Really? Yeah, why do you look surprised when I don't. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just saying. Come on, bro. You're fighting like one of the best heavyweight fighters in the world against a YouTuber. Like, come on. Like, respect the sport of boxing. And if AJ has to go in there and show these influencers that, listen, you can't fuck about with boxing. You know what I mean? Someone's going to get hurt badly. And this could be one of the first fights where a fighter gets hurt badly, because if you look at the size difference and the power difference, I mean, bro, there could be brain damages going on there. AJ could hurt him badly, you know.
Well, when you look at Francis Ngannou, who's one of the most fearsome combat styles there is. I know it's MMA, but we saw what AJ did to Ngannou. So,
and that's why you don't look. You can't be surprised if AJ is going to do the same to what's it called again?
MMA standout Darren Till responded to the controversy, arguing Jake Paul's call-out of Anthony Joshua is wildly disrespectful. Till said Paul's promotional power and digital marketing reach don't equal elite boxing credentials. Many industry analysts agree, insisting Paul is attempting to bypass legitimate competition and challenge a global superstar far beyond his proven skill level at this stage.
Is it all just, does he actually believe that he can beat Anthony Joshua? Is it all for clout? Is it all just to keep his... I don't know. I mean, fucking, it's a little bit disrespectful as well. Like, Anthony Joshua hasn't fucking been a heavyweight world champion, beating all these absolute killers just to get called out by Jake Paul. But look, if Jake Paul believes in himself, then, you know, you can't really fault that. Like, obviously, but sometimes it comes across as a bit delusion as well. Because I know for a fact that I'd fight Jake, I'd beat him up easy. Not easy.
David Hay delivered a powerful warning about the high-stakes Anthony Joshua versus Jake Paul showdown, calling it a dangerous mismatch with real-life consequences. Speaking to major media outlets, Hay stressed that Joshua's elite power, championship experience, and heavyweight frame create a risk level Jake Paul may not fully understand. Joshua's 6'6" height, 82-inch reach, and 245-pound fight weight give him a massive performance advantage. Meanwhile, Paul, at 6'1" with a 76-inch reach and roughly 227 pounds, enters with far less heavyweight experience. Hay believes this physical gap could generate fight-altering impact, explosive knockout potential, and serious long-term danger for Paul, turning this event into a globally monetized, high-attention combat spectacle. Joshua's camp is targeting a high-impact, career-defining performance. Eddie Hearn confidently predicts Jake Paul will be neutralized within 4 rounds, insisting a single clean shot to the chin could end the fight instantly. This matchup is framed as a strategic move to rebuild Joshua's brand, maximize pay-per-view revenue, and set the stage for a blockbuster 2026 clash, potentially against Tyson Fury. With global media attention, sponsorship stakes, and streaming platforms watching closely, the fight promises not just action, but a premium, revenue-generating spectacle in the elite heavyweight division.
Versus Jake Paul. Not gonna lie, did not ever see this happening, like ever, ever, ever. So were you just as surprised when he agreed to do it as the world was?
Yeah, I mean, I had to deal with obviously knowing that it might happen. And then the contract coming through, signed by Jake Paul, and I sort of looked at it, I was like, oh my God, he's done it. So yeah, look, I have to give him credit. I do think he's crazy. I think he's got absolutely no chance. I think he's going to get smashed to pieces.
Do you think Jake's crazy?
Yeah, I mean totally. I mean, listen, for us, we received an offer that was massive money and a really easy fight. We were talking about fighting this week here in an 8-round fight. Now we're fighting in an 8-round fight for 40 times more money against Jake Paul. So I love the opportunity for AJ.
Is Jake Paul risking his legacy, facing Anthony Joshua in this high-stakes showdown?